Tumbi Umbi campus, being a middle years campus, is an area that's absolutely ripe for challenging what's happening with the middle years dip in education. It's a campus where, if we put the right programs into place, we will see students at all levels achieving beyond their personal expectations and to the level of aspirations that we hold for all learners. The program that we're talking about here is one that's targeted specifically to our middle students, the middle of the road students who come into every school every day and can, in many cases, go unnoticed. They are not the top students, and they are not the naughtiest students, and they are not the student who requires the most support in terms of their learning. What we do is to try and answer the real educational question of how is this child smart, rather than how smart is this child.
I joined AVID because I thought it would open up a lot of new doors for me, and my mum thought it would be a great thing for me to try new, and she was really welcome to the idea of AVID and the whole thing of advancement via individual determination.
The program at this school, there's many strengths. These include the strategies that we teach, the tutorials that the students are involved in. There's a lot of parental involvement. We have guest speakers come up, and also the site team meeting, which is really great for all of us to be involved in.
Since Cooper has started AVID, Jamie and I have noticed a vast difference in Cooper. He seems to be a lot more organised, and when he falters, like we all do, when you have a much heavier workload, I notice that he just goes straight back to his AVID folder. That is so organised for him, so he goes immediately back to that folder and checks to see exactly what he needs to do.
Their organisational skills are great. It's a skill that you actually have to teach students, and they've taken that on board and understand the benefits of it.
In AVID, there's definitely, everyone wants to learn, and it's just a really good environment. And also in the tutorials, where we bring one question in or two questions in a group that we're having confusion with from the week, and the tutors from Macquarie University come in and we all sit in a table and answer the questions all together and collaborate, and it's really good.
When my university lecturer first approached me about the program, she explained that it was about getting students and parents who hadn't really considered going to university to motivate them and to get them to aspire to wanting to go to uni, in addition to giving them the skills with which to succeed.
I think there's been many strengths of this particular program. One of the greatest strengths is the parent involvement in the child's learning. Recently we held parent interviews with their children, and during these interviews the students were able to go through their folders, their diaries, the expectations in the classroom and the expectations for home with their parents, and it meant that the parents, the students and the teachers were all on board and all on the same page.
The connection for parents, for Jamie and I, has only become stronger as well. You feel a lot more in touch with what the kids are doing in the classroom, and a lot more in touch with the teachers that they're having, because there's so many teachers that have in one day. I think it connects the parents and the school in a much stronger way.
In my learning in the classroom, I'm a lot more confident. I put my hands up for more things.
The differences that I've seen in Caitlin since she's been in AVID is her confidence has gone sky high. She's actually been able to get up in front of a crowd and give a speech, and she's become more outgoing, and also her work has improved that much that it's just unbelievable.
In the future, I see myself in a good job and most probably going to uni. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but I know I'm going to like it.
Students have more power now to actually choose what they want to do. Whereas before we had our students who didn't really think about a job that they wanted to do, they now feel empowered that they've got the skills and the ability to actually reach their goals. They're saying, okay, I want to go to university, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer.
The whole experience has been wonderful, and there have been many inspirational stories, but one that particularly stands out is an incident where I became superfluous to the group. A group of students took control of their own learning, and they were guiding each other and asking questions and working out strategies to help each other. But I think it was particularly amazing to see the kids realise that they could do it, that it was within their power, it was in their grasp. It wasn't up to the teacher or me as a tutor to tell them what they needed to do. I think it was that moment where they realised that this is our learning, we're in control.
As tutors, and particularly teaching with the AVID teachers as well, is that we have this moment called the aha moment, where a student, they've brought in their question, they're up there, they're figuring it out on the board, and all the groups helping them, and you see them get it. You can see them figure out their question, and that's really, I mean, you can see it in their faces. You see them light up, and you know, oh, I get it.
It's important to me because you only get one shot at school, and if I don't make the most of that, it's going to reflect and I'll regret it in my later life. And I just feel that I need to lift my game a little bit.
If you have the opportunity to go through this program, I would grab it with both hands.
Generally, there has been a culture shift in terms of those students' attitude towards their learning, and also towards education in general. When we've run individual interviews with the parents, we've had situations where the parents have actually been able to articulate exactly what their child has been doing at school, and they've also been able to articulate the learning and the changes that they've seen in their child. And to me, that's strong partnerships all round.